how are guys made? How are we put together? And how does this affect us in all the decisions we're making down the way?
Well, one of the things is we really don't know who we are most of the time as we're growing up. We don't have our fathers telling us, what to protect ourselves from or what to guard against. And so a lot of times we're coming in and we're learning a lot of this from the locker room. We're learning from our friends what the stories they're telling. But the real issue that I found was that there are actual things built into us that take us in that direction of more and more porn, more and more girls. And it wasn't until I understood what was underlying these things that I was able to deal with them. And the two main vulnerabilities that we have as men would be our eyes and the way our emotional makeup is made up in relation to sexuality. One thing that we know is that we can draw true sexual gratification through our eyes. We'll get into that a little bit more later, but I think most men can relate to the fact that if you're even let's say you're looking at a girl you look on TV, okay, and you're watching her and you're looking at her breasts a little bit more. You can feel your engines getting going, and pretty soon your engines get up in the red zone. And you're either going to masturbate or blow up. And so, there's this thing that the eyes can actually perform foreplay and get your engines going. So that's an aspect of our maleness that can draw us down that path very quickly. The other side would be our emotional makeup, and that is that our native language of passing intimacy with women would be the things surrounding intercourse and intercourse. And so what happens is that when we're with a girl and when we're falling in love, our native language, or the thing that we most naturally would want to run to, is to push her boundaries, get into the sexual arena, and pass that intimacy. The only trouble is that a lot of times girls can be holding back, or they have these boundaries, and we're pushing past. And the other thing that's a problem is that we don't even know that's there. So a lot of people say, well, men are pigs, that's all they ever want is sex. But it really isn't that. What's really underlying that is that that's our native language, and we want to express ourselves in the way that's most comfortable to us and easiest for us. And so until we understand that that's part of our makeup, it's difficult for us to say, look, I know this is part of me, but so I'm going to defend myself when I'm with my girl and defend her. We can't even do that if we don't know it's there. So those are the two main issues that would drive a person to do what I did, get deeply into porn with the eyes, and then you would also then get into the multiple girls because of that emotional makeup.
And a lot of guys, they say, well, why would God make us this way if we shouldn't just use it? Well, if we didn't have something this powerful, we would never get together with women. We'd just watch television or sports events or whatever it is that we do. But the sexual drive is so powerful, it draws us to women. And then when we're married, it can draw us right back to the woman. But just because we have the power and the drive doesn't mean that God doesn't expect us to have some constraints on it. And I think young women, less and less, are expecting men to have constraints. But it's important that we take control of our sexuality and that we say, I want this to be the most powerful part of my life here when it comes to my male-female relationship. And if we'll do some of the things that Fred and I have written about in the book, when you do get married, it's going to be a powerful experience for you.